When we talk about financial leverage, meaning a debt to EBITDA ratio, people typically try to keep those below 3.5 times or so. Do you guys have generally a benchmark around that kind of debt to EBITDA ratio, or is that less of a focus?
That's not how SBA tracks. That is absolutely conventional. And where in our cap stack compared to conventional, where we're doing sort of that, almost 80 to 90% financing all in with that seller note, conventional, the cap stack might be more like 40% or 50% total debt. So it's just a much different quantum. And the other thing to mention is SBA loans have one covenant, and that's around the seller note. So we don't have debt to EBITDA covenants. We don't have fixed charge covenants. We don't have current ratio covenants. And that's another thing where sometimes the investors say, oh, wow, I could really do a lot with that. But, again, you got the personal guarantee at 20% or more. Caution my acquirers, because these are generally, even though they might have some investors in their cap table bridging equity gap, we're basing our decision on the guarantor, their operational ability. And if you don't have covenants, then it's a long leash. So as long as everything's going well, you are in charge of all of that. If things start to slip or slide, there's not a lot of fallback. And so sometimes not having a covenant, not having a little bit of accountability with reporting to your lender, that can also go sideways on you pretty quickly. So not having covenants might sound really interesting. In practical matters, it can be a pretty lonely enterprise for you.